kept the name so there won't be confusion. So rather than creating confusion, I just kept the name in order.
So can you
Okay.
ask all the students to switch on their cameras like Pranik, Janvi, Saksham Pathak? Why are they not on their cameras? Where is Pranik Puri?
Yes, sir.
Why is camera off?
Sir,
And just remove that virtual background. Remove that. Remove that. Carry on, sir.
Okay. There's still the camera is not on. Karan, Adrian, Solish.
Sir, my camera is on.
Sir, my camera is on.
But I don't see from my side.
Sir, everyone's camera is on.
No, I can see them. They're on.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's continue. First group, civil engineering. Can we have a very short presentation of 1 minute to maximum 2 minutes?
Okay, sir. Sir, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Sir, Sir, now.
Not yet.
Mm, Sir. Sir, now can you see it?
Yeah, finally.
Okay. Civil engineer. Arav. Arav.
A civil engineer is a person who participates in civil engineering, the plan, design, construct, maintain, and operate infrastructure such as roads, railroads, airports, bridges, harbors, channels, etc. Uh, Civil engineering is one of the oldest engineerings.
Qualifications: bachelor's degree of civil engineering, at least 4 years of work experience under a licensed civil engineer, a passing score on the fundamentals of engineering exam.
Skills are math skills, problem solving skills, speaking and writing skills, and decision making skills, and these are some pictures. Thank you.
Sir, you are in mute.
Okay. So go to page number 10. I entered from another thing because previous one was not taking the attendance. When I log in quickly, it was not taking the attendance. And again, I just logged in from a fresh one again. Okay, so on page number 10, you can see civil engineer. So last time we discussed, but this time we'll be doing more over the deductive approach, okay? Like starting from civil engineering, and then we'll generalize to what is in an engineer. Okay, although in the book it's inductive, it's going more or less from saying what is engineer and going down. So we're doing more or less bottom-up approach for now. Is that clear? So civil engineer, these are itself like engineers who are helping out in the construction of, like as they told, road, bridges, water supply, various sector. You have seen them. The people working in civil engineer are the ones working for the hydropower. Okay, they are the ones working for building of the bridge to different places. And for that, if you have to take engineering, as I told you, normally it's like you have to take mathematics in grade 11 and 12. That's compulsory. And along with that, you have all the subjects like PCM. Okay, mainly physics, not PCM. Okay, you have to have all those subjects like physics, chemistry, everything will be there. The difference is like if I have to go for engineering, maths is compulsory, but biology is not needed in grade 12. Okay, for now it might have changed that maybe biology even much more cancelled in other subject, but math is compulsory along with other subjects like physics, chemistry, or what is provided. Mainly biology can be eliminated for engineering, but if you're going for a medical field, then you need that biology. If you have not taken that biology and you went to physical group, you cannot take a medical field of like MBBS. So more or less most of them are connected. Okay, so that's they will be working for different structures based on environmentally compliant, means it's trying to say based on like geoengineering, like to make sure that the buildings not even if they're making roads or anything, it has to be based on like it doesn't affect the environment. Okay, like let's say if you have to make a slope, you make a wall of 90 degrees slope wall, do you think that is wall is going to be stronger? What do you think? Just to tell you what is environment think trying to tell over there. Okay, although they are not the real environmentalist, and I mean to say they're not just working for the environment only, but when they are making, like if it is exactly slope of 90 degrees, this has chances of falling, so the slope has to be over there. Okay, only when there is a good slope to all these things will be coming in geoengineering, in aspects of engineering. Okay, which uh, they also study, and environmentalists also study to some extent, and somewhat later on, most of the time the scope goes for the civil engineer, because when they hire, they will see in the course same thing is over there with what environmentalist also studied, environmental science to anything. Okay, uh, it's almost same because I also did environmental science. Okay, so from that, so it is based on like environmental things over there, like EIA, environment impact assessment, how much is there. So these are also done by civil engineers itself also, along with environmental science, to different others are also doing. Okay, different other sociological backgrounds are also doing. Once it is passed, once EIA is passed, only the project is passed. That's what I think I've already told or not. Okay, if they pass that EIA, then only that project is going to take place. For big projects, EIA; for smaller one, SEE or different itself is enough. Okay, so this is about civil engineering. We don't have to go so much in detail. Now, next topic. Any question in civil engineer? If you have, please ask me. Okay, from pictures to presentation of your friends, you will understand. And when you do that presentation, when you research, you will be also understanding. Okay, because it will more or less make it like hands-on activity for you. Like I told, research skill will be also developed, because life is all about inquiry-based learning, where you will inquire in the future. IB is more inquiry-based learning fully, where you are working on research-based. Okay, if it's totally lecture-based, it will be difficult in IB and diploma to some extent as well to pass that papers, and which the students itself say it's difficult for them in IB, which has been provided by ULENS. Okay, when we're doing that, they were telling this difficult for them because maybe they don't have that practice. Okay, now next topic, mechanical engineer. Rather than going so much serially, I at times I tell anyone can go in any order, because the reason is the one who is aeronautical or architect might not have done that, and they'll be on a safe side, and I'll be waiting. So whoever has done it, let's do it quickly. Whoever is ready, so based on that, I'll be giving the marks. Okay, like some of them will just waste our time 5 minutes when I go serially. That's what I've been experiencing. That's why I just tell any order. Okay, you can start.
Sin, you can start.
Mechanical engineering is a engineering branch that combines physics and mathematics that studies three major elements, which are motion, force, and energy. It is involved in designing, production, and operation of machinery. Mechanical engineering takes out 4 to 5 years to study. It is amongst the prime of engineering field. Mechanical engineering is considered to be difficult amongst the students because of its vast syllabus. It is ranked fourth in the hardest engineering majors. Not only is it the type of engineering known as the role branch of engineering, but it is also known as the evergreen branch of engineering. This mechanical is one of the core branches of engineering and is the second oldest branch of engineering, which started in India.
Is it over?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will see the video later on and again grade it once again. Right now, I remember only Saint speaking. Okay, I'm not trying to say till one by one like in grade 1, 2, 3. Okay, it will create much more confusion to the friends. At least one idea, one concept by one friend, and another by maybe another friend also. Okay. Okay. Now, so in this case of mechanical engineer, go to page number 10. I told you minimum what is in the book that we have to also understand. And now out of the box, you guys have been doing research based on what is your interest. Okay. Your interest means it has to be according to the curriculum as well. And objectives, not going too much out of the box. You can go out of the box, you can be creative, yes, but with that objective of the book. Let's see how much we can be creative with the same objective that the national curriculum has also provided. Because grade 8 and 10, we cannot take a risk. Okay. Okay, now mechanical engineer. In this case of mechanical engineer, you can see those elements like in the book. See page number 10 directly in your book. I'll explain the same thing, okay, but in more or less in my own words so that you will remember what was explained from that paragraph. It's based on like motion, force, and energy. Means that's the topic that you have been studying in science in the first lessons. Okay, normally at the first there's all about physics, where you are studying about force, energy, all these different aspects. So based on this, mechanical engineers work relating to this things. So more or less it's mechanical. So mechanics, mechanical, motion, force, energy. So those can be used for them to work and develop. And what are the where do you think mechanical engineers will be working? And someone tell, where do you think where do you see those mechanical engineers working? Where do they work normally?
Like factories where they make machines.
Okay, good.
So, like in car like servicing shops.
Okay. Okay, yes, that's where you might find in sometimes the automobile engineers also over there, different. Okay, over there. Working itself, if you go to Bajaj's main showroom or anything, there you might see automobile engineers also as well. So mechanical will be also in most of the places. Okay, now next, shall we go to chemical engineering? If possible,
Yes,
chemical.
sir.
Okay. That's what I've been telling you. The normal presentation doesn't have to be long, 1 to 2 minutes in most of the cases, even if it's just told presentation. And we don't want to waste time by introduction in those cases, okay? Because we are just trying to make sure you have a habit of communication skills like presenting, as well as researching skills. And it will be monotonous, like when you continuously listen to the teacher all time at times. Or there will be either sometimes videos as well, but not all the lessons. Okay, chemical engineer. Okay. Who's presenting now? Okay, any next group, whoever is ready, let's present it quickly. More or less.
Sir, I guess the electrical engineer group is ready.
Yeah, just present it. That's what I told you. Whichever group is ready, just present it quickly. Based on that, I'll be grading. I told you. Like if not, I told you, will be so late because I had a habit in the past. If you keep on waiting one group, they will make our whole course even slow.
Electrical engineer. Isha.
Electrical engineers are responsible for implementing and designing components for any device that uses electricity. Engineers have to focus on the generation of power to the device or product. These devices can include anything that runs electricity. Electrical engineers also focus on researching, creating, and improving products and devices. It is divided into a wide range of different fields, including computer engineering, systems engineering, power engineering, telecommunication, radio frequency engineering, signal processing, instrumentation, electronics and optics, and photonics.
Salary. An electrical engineer designs, develops, tests, and manages the manufacturing of electrical equipment and systems such as electric motors, smartphones, and power generations equipment. Electrical engineers have a very high salary. The starting salary of electrical engineer is rupees 3,50,000 and a mid-level of salary is rupees 7 lakh. Hence, they have a very high scope.
Isha.
Most electrical engineers Most electrical engineers must have a bachelor's degree or even a master's degree in electrical engineering from a university accredited by the Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology. They work hard for it, and at the end they even get a good amount of money for their living.
How are they important? In Nepal, electrical engineers are highly valued and demanded by the growing modern communication innovations such as smartphone, wireless communication, satellites, electronics, alternative energy, as well as computing technology has put electrical engineers in highly demanded engineering. They have a very high scope. They work at the front of practical technology, improving the device and systems we use every day. From solar energy systems to mobile phones, we innovate to meet society communication, tech, and energy needs. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next group. And before next group, let me just wrap up that up quickly as well, because if we keep on saying next also, there are no more groups to present. Okay, let's take, because and it just goes time, and I'm giving them at least some time so that they can at least present, get ready for the presentation also. Okay, so next here in electrical engineer, let's go to the book. So this type of engineer, electrical engineer, like they did very good research, trying to show the scope so that you guys also get motivated. They also get motivated, and you also will be motivated. Like teacher is more like a facilitator at times, okay, rather than the teacher being a source of information to everything. That was a traditional. Now, if we go to that, they will say that definition as a traditional way. If you go to progressive education told by John Dewey, okay, also I think that's one of the approach been famous all over the world. With teacher is more or less like a facilitator, not like totally continuously mini recorder speaking. Okay, so trying to facilitate, trying to make sure the things are happening, and but at the same time clarifying the doubts as well. Okay, doubt clarification has to be there also at the end. So in case of electrical engineer, Electrical engineer specialization is in the mainly in the field of, like, you can see, I've been studying electricity, and based on that electricity to calculation, capacitor, resistor, to different things. I think you'll be studying around in physics itself, in science. In science, in grade 8, it's a normal topic known as electricity. Later on, you will go more over into detail of calculation of the capacitor to resistor, different things inside that, to every uh, most of the components, along with power supply and generation of electricity, which are going to be based on mathematics and calculation, which you have been doing little calculation in physics as well, in science. Okay, small, like you have been calculating force, energy, mathematics will be involved, okay, in all these things. So normally in case of electrical engineer, it's all based on design, development, testing, and supervision of various electrical equipments. Based on all electrical, there's a difference between little electric and electronic to some extent. Okay, so in this electrical components, you will be seeing different components inside. So repairing those things to, okay, invention to everything is going to be based on this electrical engineering. Mainly, it's all about repairing. There are, for the engineers, if they start inventing, it's more or less like a scientist as well, but the study will be almost similar. So that's about electrical engineer. Okay, now next, any question
Okay,
in
sir.
engineer that's based on the book also?
No,
And
sir.
we've been seeing, where do you see these people working, electrical engineer? Where have you seen them working? The
Sir?
group, where do you see those electrical engineer work? Normally, where are they working?
Sir, they
Yeah,
are also working in factories.
factories.
Industries.
Yes,
Industries.
industries. Normal factories, industries.
Devices and also
Industries,
like
that's where they'll be working, power stations, different, even in office, okay, setting, because they have to come and work. If it's a heavy electrical line supply to everything, engineers will be also hired. When it's a big building to everything, there
yes,
is a
sir.
large number of lines. So then normal electrician, one we call electrical engineer itself, will be there. Okay, now next group.
Sir, I'll present.
But I thought we could have gone in order. Okay, Janvi, you can.
Okay, then others can do first, and then we'll move in order.
Yeah, like we were going in like the order of the book, so
Okay,
okay,
yeah.
I'll present.
Now, if most of them are ready, it's not a problem. I will not be just saying
Okay, sir.
only when there's a blank and they're keeping us waiting, then that's a problem. Like 5 minutes, still no group doesn't present.
Okay, sir. So I'll present.
If everyone is ready to present, I will not make too much difference.
Okay, sir. So computer engineering. Sir, just a second. Once I
No,
am
worry
there's
about
some background noise.
yeah.
Sir, let Janvi present. I have some background noise right now.
Sir,
Okay.
but our group E also had the same topic, computer engineering.
Group E also same topic.
Yes, sir.
Yajat, you are
Sir,
in
I
group
did it because
you had
no,
to
but we were doing
engineer. You had to do
no. Sir said that you have to do according to your province. If you are doing province 5, you do it like the fifth topic. He wrote
Okay,
it like that.
okay, just wait. Okay, if you're not presenting, let me show on my screen how you're supposed to do exactly. Okay, okay. Here, now you can see here. So if you are confused, just see here. Okay. So here I have written paired summarizing, or exactly if you say paired, there are not enough topics, okay? And if you try to make enough topics, there will be too much confusion. So the main thing was about summarizing. And here you can see A is civil engineering, A Arab, ROA, Rashi. And B is mechanical engineering, and B is Nicholas, Edina, and Sen. C chemical engineer, Anushri, Sonakshi, Yazat. And D electrical engineer, Janice.
Same as so like because here you
From
have to
same
province
as
number 1 has to do number
province.
1.
No, from
like that.
same as province, he meant like same group members and the same people who were in that group.
So then everyone did like same as province, like group D did same
It's
as
fine. Both of you can
province.
present for this time. It's not a problem. The topic is so small. I'll just summarize in
Okay,
one
sir.
line. But from your side, you can just present.
Okay, sir.
So from next time, I'll try to keep the name this way itself in the list. Okay, so that
Okay, sir.
you just see this thing from now. Okay, A and A. Try to see this thing. B, B, C. Only try to.
Sir, I saw that, but I was confused, so I just went through your
It's not a
instructions.
big thing. Just present. At least you did some thing. This topic are small. I don't worry for these small topics. Okay, there's nothing so much to go in detail. If it's a big topic only, it's like I have to speak there again for 5 to 10 minutes.
Sir, can you stop presenting once?
Sorry. Okay. If we finish this today, we are trying to make sure at least till this much topics will be covered for the unit test.
Okay, sir. So our group is doing computer engineering. I'll be explaining. Computer engineering. According to Wikipedia, computer engineering is a branch of engineering that integrates several fields of computer science and electronic engineering required to develop computer hardware and software. This is kind of similar to the definition given in our book. So, like, it is basically a branch of engineering where computer hardware and software are developed by these people. So people basically either in computer engineering basically major on either computer hardware or software and sometimes even do both. So like they make different parts and hardware of the computer like the motherboard. They will work and make the motherboard as efficient as possible by designing it in different designing it, and it is too technical to explain how it is designed, but they do it through their education, or they design the software, the work and all the instructions. They will also design that. But they also do both sometimes, especially people who work on computer robots. They work on both the software and the hardware. So basically, they are people who design and build the hardware and the software of the computer, or the physical and the physical parts and the instructions in the computer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Janvi's group, can you present it quickly? If it's the same,
Okay, sir.
together. If we do it together, they will understand better, and I don't have to speak much also. Okay. By the time I speak, they will be already understanding more than enough. Janvi, what happened?
Janvi, I guess you are in mute.
Computer engineer. A computer engineer has specialization on the development of a software and hardware that makes computer run. Computer engineering is a way that combines several fields of electrical engineering and computer science required to develop a computer hardware and software.
Computer engineering is the branch of engineering that combines engineering with computer science. Computer engineers design and develop computer systems and other technological devices. Computer hardware engineers research, design, develop, and test computer systems and components such as processors, circuit
Auntie,
boards,
can you change the slide?
Yeah, it's paused. I can't see. I just see the like the.
I know these things happen and they're not understanding. Some are visual learners might be reading those line by line on the screen. So it's sort of like part of our skill to learn in all these presentation skills. So later on, it doesn't look, so it looks smart enough. Like if you're doing presentation from now, you can turn by turn at least. See.
Sir, but I guess our class has ended. Umesh sir already joined
Yeah,
and left.
okay, thank you so much. Time just when it's all okay. We'll continue with that in next class for Janvi. Okay, thank you so much. I don't want to take so much time. Okay, Janvi has
Then
started
we leave it. Like we can do it in next class.
next class. Okay.
We have Umesh sir's class
It's
now.
not good to not take on Mrs. class. I thought it would finish quickly, 1 minute, but now if we start, it becomes too much time. Okay, thank you so much. And then I'll be keeping few of the questions relating to engineering, and then we'll wrap that up. You at least got some concept of most of the topics over here. In next class, there will be little wrap up of this thing, and it will be over with this engineering related profession. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.